It's a little bit like cardboard, but it's the cheapest. So
Frachata and
just throwing that out there.
DiGiorno. More like Frashita and Denono.
Denono.
Like somebody. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Anime Summit podcast. I'm Sam. With me is Danny.
Hey guys.
And Nick.
These cookies will not get back into the sleeve.
Here's the thing,
Nick,
guys.
we're
I'm gonna
live.
leave that all in. I don't give a shit. Here's the thing. I'm gonna just disclaim. I'm gonna put a disclaimer right here, right now. If this sounds half of like an AO episode, it's probably because it is. Okay? Because here's the deal. The other night we recorded, and I go to edit yesterday, and Danny's audio was all white noise, and it just like messed up somehow. And so like we have to do this episode again, and I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you what right now. We're doing the first part of the first impressions of winter 2020, and some of the shows that are poopier. I'm not even gonna. We're just gonna. I don't know. I'm fucking mad, and my
I'm sorry.
my butt hurt. I'm not that mad, but my butt hurts. Okay, and that's why.
Ants.
That's why one of you tweeted. I don't know if one of you tweeted or not, but that's why the episode was late. So, if you're part of the
Wait, how many hashtags did the tweet have?
None.
That might have been me then. You'll never know.
No, it was me.
So if you're part of the Discord, you can check out the announcements channel and seeing that there was a delay and stuff. I don't know if Danny or Nick tweeted that there was going to be one.
I posted something on Instagram about
Okay,
it.
so it went to Twitter then. Okay, but anyway, yeah, we got a
I'm ready.
we got a list of 9 shows.
Dude, those windmill cookies go down pretty smooth.
God! We got a list of 9 shows. I hate my life so much. We got a list of 9 shows that we're gonna talk about, and it's gonna be fine. Okay, just shut up. Here's the break.
I've already forgotten them. It's been like a day, and that shit fell out of my mind.
All right, here's the break right here. Break right here. Thank you so much. Check that out for me, okay? links.animesummit.net.
And Sherry's Berries.
Sherry's Berries. Technically, we forgot to say that at the last one, so that's okay.
Yeah, that episode was bad anyway.
It wasn't that bad. It was actually really good. This one's going to be worse because we're all, mad that we have to do it again. You know what? I'm not even going to... I don't even care. People like our shit. You know what? I've been getting a lot of messages on Discord lately, and, just private DMs from homies talking about the podcast and how it makes their week a little better. That's enough for me, man. God damn it. I fucking love that. Links.animesummit.net. You can find the Discord, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube channels, and everything right there. Also, patreon.com/anime summit. Become a patron today. You get exclusive stuff. You get stuff before anyone else. You get stuff only to you guys and things of that nature. Also got to give a shout out to Jeremy Thunderstrikes, the new patron. Thank you so much.
Woo, woo.
He's been part of the
Holla holla.
He's been part of the Discord since the middle of
He's an
fall.
up and coming memer too. Him and Chittix, both of them doing great job on the memes.
Chickix is actually a patron too. So, but yeah, Jeremy Thunderstrikes
Good
is
job,
really
Jeremy.
cool. He's really cool. He joined our Discord I don't know, in the fall time, and he's in there every day just laughing it up with us, fucking around. And he's just really cool. So today he announced he became a patron. And I was like, man, that's awesome. You're a fucking cool dude. Thank you so much. So thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate that. Also, if you're a patron, you get to do first grabs at our new segment on the show, Listener Question of the Week. And we just started this a couple weeks ago. And this week's question comes from patron Pac-Man Stones. If you could change one thing about your favorite show, what would it be? This is an easy answer for me. I would change the ending to Nadesco or add a new ending or something.
Wow, Sam, I never would have thought that you would do that.
I never would have thought that you were a bitch. How about that? Huh?
Would you say it's because it ended abruptly, Sam?
Shut up!
Because we already had this discussion.
We already had this discussion. Guess whose fault that
Yeah, we
was?
did.
Not mine. You bitch.
I would fix the script
Okay,
in Evangelion
enough
Netflix
making me
version.
feel bad about this.
And then I would fix Berserk to not make it bad.
Oh, yeah, Berserk. Yeah.
The new one, I mean. The old one was pretty good.
The old one. The old one's fine. The 2016 one.
I mean, there's like the very end of the old one. You know, people complain, but yeah, whatever. Close enough.
What about you, Danny?
I'd probably change the like last arc of Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, yeah, the Demon Tournament arc.
Yeah. No, not the
That's what that is.
Yes. Yeah, the Demon Tournament
And
arc.
Yusuke just like stays there. He's like, I'm not coming
He
back.
turns into like a furry,
yeah,
basically.
and he becomes a demon.
Turns
It's
into a
just like,
furry.
this is so dumb.
It had a good last episode, though. The last, like, couple... They thought... What was the name? Kurama? They thought he was, like, his girlfriend or something. They're like, oh, Yusuke, you got a pretty hot fucking girlfriend, bro. And he's like, yeah, dude.
I mentioned
much.
this to Danny last time, but I thought there was a couple movies. The one where he did go back to like being. They did some more spirit detective shit, but those movies might have taken place like in the middle, or are not canon.
Yeah. There's like 2 different movies, and I don't think they're canon. So, I think one of them is canon, but the other one isn't.
The new OVA is canon, I think. The one that just came out like in 2017 or something, which I still haven't seen yet, by the way.
Same.
I should watch that.
I'd probably also change the half of the ending of Death Note.
Oh, yeah. After spoilers happen.
After someone, yeah.
Spoilers. After
After
anyway.
something happens.
However, I wouldn't change a thing about the live-action Death Note on Netflix. That's perfect.
Why you gotta bring up old
God,
memory?
no.
Why you gotta bring up bad shit like that?
Why you gotta bring up a messy
They got the guy
wound?
with the most punchable face in the world. It was great.
Alex
And
Wolf or whatever his name is?
Willem Dafoe. Dude,
from
what if...
the Naked Brothers band.
How long do you think we've been in this diary? Weeks? 5 days?
Help me to recollect.
Dude, they got highlight scenes of that movie on YouTube now because it came out.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
I
Everybody
watched,
check it
there was
out.
a scene where they were sitting around a fire getting really drunk. And I saw some of that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, they were like drinking
Yeah.
fucking propane or something.
Yeah.
Fun fact, they drank water on the set. That's actually water.
God fucking.
Obviously. It
Um,
sloshes around like water.
anyway. Waifu and Husbando. That's a good question, Pac-Man Stones. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Actually, like,
Keep
I
'em
wonder,
coming.
that could be like a whole topic. Like, we could have like a list of things we want to change about certain.
How would you fix anime?
How would you fix anime? You just do it with a hammer.
Just fix it.
it all free
Yeah, I
anime.
would make it all shit. I would make it all free. No.
for the people.
For the people.
No more going into debt to watch Crunchyroll.
Oh man. Waifu and Husbando. Waifu is Sayaka Kanamori from Eizouken. Keep your hands off Eizouken because
Oh, dude.
she's
So
the
good.
best. She's fucking amazing.
Well, this is another reason why this is a better version of the episode because we have the right waifu this time.
Okay, you changed it from
Sorry,
Noi
not
from
sorry.
Dorohedoro.
Yeah, well, you had 2 people from there anyways, so.
Noi is fine.
Yeah, I don't care what they look like. I care what they act like, okay? And fucking Sayaka, she's like Yakuza, dude.
Yeah,
Beat
yeah.
your ass. She scares her teacher.
She's the girl at in the end of the yearbook who's like most likely to become Yakuza. That's her picture right there.
Most likely to become fucking God Emperor
God Emperor.
somehow.
And Husbando, Lizardface Johnson, Kaiman from Dorohedoro. Also another amazing show that's in Netflix or gonna be on Netflix. Well, for us, I don't know fucking when, but it's going on weekly on Netflix
It's in
in Japan.
Netflix.
Oh, dude,
jail.
did you hear about Netflix fixed it so you can disable the autoplay?
The like, fucking autoplay trailers that way every time you
So it
fucking-
like doesn't skip the great OP ED every time.
Right.
That's wonderful.
You
Right.
have to like quickly press the button, be like, no, I want to watch that. Oh.
No, I want to watch that.
They also skipped like the intro too.
Yeah.
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 You'd have to like press the button right.
Okay, I remember in Adult Swim on Saturday nights, they did that shit, and I hated it. They would do it to cut time to put more of their little commercial
Right,
bullshit.
yeah, like-
Interstitials.
No kids in the pool.
Dude, they do that on TV all the time.
Kids out of the pool.
They do that on TV, like with Seinfeld. They're like they sped it up by like 7%.
Well, I know the practice
the
of
whole show.
I know the practice of like cutting a opening theme in half. But
No, I'm
like,
talking about the whole show. They literally sped it up
oh, really?
so they could fit more commercials in.
That's so stupid. I just remember
That's
like
smart.
because I remember watching like G Gundam, and I really was into the opening theme, or Gundam Seed. I was really into the opening theme, and they would just cut it. They just wouldn't show it, and it's like, okay, I wanted to watch that shit and sing along and dance around like an idiot, but I guess not. Fine. Pisses me off. Okay, anyway, number 1. Darwin's Game, man.
Oh, we're already starting? Okay.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Darwin's Game. Let me click on this.
Let me click on it. I'm not ready. God. An unknowing pseudo-kaname is invited to try out a new mysterious mobile game called Darwin's Game. He later realizes that he's in for more than he bargained for when he finds out there's no way to quit the game. Shit.
That is such a short synopsis.
Well, they're better.
That's all you need, though.
That's
It's
all
a
you need.
fucking battle royale death game, bro.
That's all you need. Yeah. What's cool about this is it's not like a VR MMO thing. It's like a mobile game. And it's like, oh shit.
This time, it's a mobile game, but it's
Yeah.
basically the same.
In a world where it's like an isekai VR MMO gamified world, but it's a mobile game.
Yeah, and there's a harem, probably.
So it's the same, but not. But same, but no.
This is another show we could have picked the best girl, Shuka, red dress girl. Or the lolly, Rain, because she's smart and she has deadpan voice.
And because you like
And
lollies.
because you like deadpan lollies. Yeah, we get it.
She's
All
not,
right,
like,
we get the
technically a lolly,
joke.
but, you know, she's like a half lolly.
You're a bitch.
She's a halfling.
We all know that you're...
Darwin's Game. So, like, you know, it's a death game. The guy's got to kill people. He's got to figure it out. Starts out with, like, him getting attacked by a fucking baseball mascot thingy. And his friend is trying to help him. And then it turns out his friend gets fucking murked. And then he's alone. And then he has to fight these hot chicks. And that he somehow beats them because he has the best... He has the best
ability.
he has the best seagull, as they call it in the dub.
Yeah,
It's a sigil?
sigil, right? It's supposed to be sigil.
Or is it sigil?
No, but like
Sigil.
the word is actually like sigil.
Yeah. Let's type it into the Google.
Do it in the Google.
It's sigil.
But they
It's
say
sigil.
sigil.
They say seagull.
Flock of
It's like
seagulls.
Jason Seagull or whatever.
Flock of
What's his
seagulls
name?
right now.
Who's the guy with the karate
Seagulls.
chop? Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal. Yeah, Steven Seagal.
Seagal. Yeah. He has the best Steven Seagal, and they find out that he's like super powerful, and then the chick is like, "Oh, you're really powerful. Let's make a family. I mean, a team. I mean, I'm naked." And she is naked in like the start of episode 2, and that solidified that I'm gonna finish the show.
Because she was naked.
Okay, but do you
Gotta
remember
see
Flock
her
of
butt
Seagulls
crack.
now? Hey.
Oh, were they the one-hit wonder band? One of them?
You didn't know what they were saying, but it was hot.
Yep. It was provocative. It was shavakadu.
Free Shavakadu.
Fucking vines.
No, here's what's cool about Darwin. Like, okay, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna
Studio
watch this one,
Nexus.
but I do like that it is like a mobile game. Like that makes it a little different. But it reminds me of Junie Tyson, except in this
Yep.
case, like there's like only one or a few main characters. Whereas in in Junie Tyson, there's kind of like every character's kind of the main character, so you're following like 12 characters, right? But what sucks about this is that I pretty much know, okay, because like the manga is still going, by the way. You pretty much know that this guy is not gonna die. I mean, he's gonna survive.
Not right away, no. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. it kind of ruins the.
Yeah, I guess that does make sense. But yeah, it's kind of like a. So it's not like a traditional death game or battle royale. It's just like a mobile game, right? It's a death game, but it's not the battle royale.
Right, then every person has like an
10 different
ability,
people.
you know. And they haven't really said like if you die in the game, you die for real. They haven't really said that. But like his ability is really cool.
But whenever does someone die, like there's like a pixelated shape of a body.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like chunks them away. They're like, I'm dying, poof, 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 and they're basically imploding.
I'm dying. Poof, poof.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like. It's got a 7.3 on Mal right now, so it's almost.
That's
7.4.
exactly the score that it should have on Mal.
Right.
No higher, no lower.
I don't think I'm gonna watch this one. I don't know.
I'm gonna give it a few more episodes. It's so
I'm
easy
a
for me to
little
watch,
curious.
and it has a dub.
I'm a little curious on it, so.
Okay.
This one is just like goes down smooth. You know, I got to pad my stats. I need to get another finish show under my belt.
It's like
I'm adding it.
It's like it's probably about the journey more so than the ending, you know. So I don't know. We'll see though. Let me know if you're watching it.
Apparently, was it this one that had a recap episode already?
Yeah, it's like 4 episodes in, and then
I love it. It's gonna go to shit. I hope it does. I hope it just crashes and burns.
like this last week, the latest episode was a recap, episode 4.5. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. You can find that on Funimation or High Dive. Okay. This next one, Plunderer. You can find this on Funimation or Hulu.
Oh God.
Studio Geek Toys, which they haven't.
No, this is a bad show.
Yeah, they haven't done much. Studio Geek Toys, if you look it up. But in a post-apocalyptic world dominated by numbers, each human will have their identity branded by their own count, which could define their number related to life, which could be, how you talk, how much you walk, or what you do in everyday life. In the year 305, the Alcyon calendar, Hina has inherited a mission from her mother, whose count has depreciated to 0, and her dying wish is to have her look for
She has to go down into the abyss.
the legendary ace or the legendary red baron named Licht. So yeah,
she has to earn her white whistle and go down to the abyss.
that's
right?
made in abyss.
Oh, never mind.
This one she has to earn the red whistle
Okay, gotcha. The red rocket,
from the legendary red baron, the legendary red ace.
the red baron pizza chain.
Which is really weird because on Wikipedia it says the legendary ace, and then in the anime they say legendary ace, but the Mal synopsis says legendary red baron. Also,
Right.
Red Baron Pizza is the best frozen pizza brand. Fuck with me, dude.
Yeah, Jack's Pizza tastes a little bit like cardboard, but it's the cheapest. So
Fricciata and
just throwing that out there.
DiGiorno. More like Frishita and Denono.
No.
Didn't know that.
It's like somebody
We're going to
laugh.
have the talk. That's how you speak to aliens.
No, this one, the concept is interesting, but basically Hina's looking for the legendary red ace, and his name is Lichtbach, and he's actually what they call a ballot holder, so he's got a negative count on his wrist, which is weird because...
Does he live in Iowa by any chance?
Once you... But
shots fired.
He's got a negative count on his wrist, which is weird because at 0 is when you're supposed to die or go to hell or whatever. But he's also got a super huge high count on his sword, so he's what you call a ballot holder. And then Hina's got a count on her leg, and that count
her inner thigh.
In her inner thigh,
conveniently,
and that count goes up by 1 for every
time she's molested, it goes up.
No. Every time she
Pretty
walks
much.
100,
It might as well be.
Every time she walks 100 kilometers or something.
Yeah. Insert the 500 miles song.
No.
There you go. Just do it.
No, I'm not gonna do that. But so then I don't know. There's a lot of weird rules in this anime that they establish right away, and it's okay, so
you just have to listen to the higher number.
Yeah, so you have to obey somebody with a higher number than you, but you can bet your stars or stake your stars to like take their number away from them. And it's just kind of like, and I'm sure they'll reveal it down the line, like of who came up with this number system and why everyone has a number or whatever bullshit it is. But like one character, like she runs like this food cart, and like every time someone says, "Oh, that's delicious," her count goes up, and hers is conveniently on her left titty. Like,
Yep.
every main woman character in the show or femme character.
I wonder who
in the
this
show,
was written by.
Yeah, they have theirs like on their fucking
man.
chest or thigh or boob or butt, and it's like, come on, dude.
That's what I'm saying. It's like every time they get dominated, they get more points. Every time, she's in the kitchen.
Nick, don't be a
gets
pervert.
another point.
God.
Every time she keeps her mouth shut, she's... Oh, my God. This fucking show,
You
dude.
are going to get slapped. Oh, my God. This is supposed to be 24 episodes. Do any of you guys really care how this shit works? I'm speaking.
Not really.
Okay.
I only want to watch it if it gets even worse.
Honestly,
If they, start trying, it's like, no, don't try. Just fucking make it bad still.
dude, the character Lin May, or Mei Lin, or whatever her name is.
Lin Min May.
Lin Min May.
Remember when I said that in the first recording? It was funnier that time.
She was hot, though. She's like one of the special police officer people, and she kicks ass. I think
She's
her
the one who goes on the date with the pervert guy who turns out to be the Prince Charming.
licked Bach, yeah, the red ace.
Licked Bach. No, I will not lick your Bach.
Yeah, that's kind of a bad name. Licked, Licht, Bach. Licked Bach. Why don't you name him Bach Licked? That'd be better.
Or not name him Lit.
What if his name
At
was
all.
just straight up?
Why can't they just name him Free Underbar or something? Some
Free Wunderbar.
classy name.
All right. Anyways, I'm not gonna watch this one. I'm not. I'm curious to know how the number system works and why it's there. I'm not that curious enough to like.
Well, because a guy wanted to dominate all the females. That's why.
I'm gonna take that as the answer. That's probably right. All right, moving on.
Plunderer, I hardly even know her.
Plunderer, I hardly know her.
That's my answer.
No, you're probably right though. Plunderer. I just heard what you said.
God.
Plunderer.
And that's literally what they're trying to do is plunder them.
That's
The
true.
guy's like trying to open their legs, and then they're kicking them underneath everyone's skirt, and they're kicking them back to another skirt, and then that was the funniest part of the show.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, really pervy main character.
If they have more of that, then I'll watch it.
If it's got more pervy lolly shit, I'll watch it. Okay, cool. Calm down. All right. Jesus. This next show is probably anime of the year. I don't give a shit. It's only January. I mean, it's only February. I don't give a shit. Keep your hands off Eizouken. Eizouken niwa tewa dasuna. Dude. Midori Asakusa wants to create an anime, but she's too disheartened to make that first step by herself. By pure chance, she meets Tsubami Mizuzaki, and an upcoming socialite secretly dreaming of becoming an animator. Together with Midori's money-loving best friend Sayaka Kanamori, our waifu of the week,
Best girl.
the energetic trio slowly works towards making their greatest world, quote-unquote, a reality. This is the new Masaki Yuasa show. And
Oh, yeah, it's based off the manga by... what's his name? We had the name last time. We had to look it up.
yeah,
so
no,
bad at
you fucking said it. Sumito
Owaru
Owara.
Sumito Owara.
Yeah, Sumito Owara. Studio Science Saru, which like they've handled a bunch of other Yuasa.
Studio that Yuasa built
Yeah. Ping Pong, Devilman
with his bare
Crybaby.
hands uphill.
With his bare hands, he had to carry the tools and parts of the studio uphill both ways.
The tables, the desks.
He had to get back surgery after. 'cause
He
was
built the
carrying it.
TVs from scratch, the computer monitors from scratch. You can find this on
Tony Stark built it in a cave with a box of scraps.
He MacGyvered the
He
studio.
carefully placed each keyboard key on the keyboard with tweezers.
Have you ever seen someone build a custom keyboard? It's crazy. Anyway,
Those are pretty cool. You can like light up the keys. Yeah.
that's what mine is, except mine was a pre-built one. But yeah, Fucking anyway, dude, Crunchy and VRV is where you can watch this. This show is so good. It's man, from the animation to the colors to the presentation of the show to like
To the sound, to the characters, to the story, to the final grade.
from the window to the wall.
From the window to the wall. I was just copying the Mal thing, but yours was better.
Yours is better.
From the window to the wall, the sweat drops down my balls.
Ski.
This show is fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
It's basically it's similar to Shirobako
But
and
good.
Animation Runner. What's her name? The older Shirobako. That was an OVA. Animation Runner Yumi or something. Anyway, and it's about like making anime, but it's more on the micro side versus the like Shirobako is more macro. It's like, oh, here's the whole production, but this one is just like, here's how to animate a windmill. And they're just like coming up with kooky ideas and flights of fancy, and it has a similar thing to Shirobako where like they get inspired by watching anime. Obviously, there's like in the first episode, I think the little tiny short girl, the director. I'm so bad at names. What is her name? Midori.
Yeah.
She's watching Future Boy Conan. Well, it's not called that, but it is Future Boy Conan, which Miyazaki animated that in real life.
Yeah.
And you know, like this whole show and that especially that episode had a lot of Ghibli callbacks and stuff, and they're just trying to show why animation is great, why it inspires people, it brings out their imagination. It's what do you call it? Oh God, what's it? Escape from reality? Escapism? Escapist?
Well, that's one of my favorite parts about it is like when they're the first episode when they all meet each other, right? Well, Midori and Kanamori already know each other, but like, when they're hanging out, they kind of ran away from Tsubame's bodyguards, quote unquote, because she comes from a rich family. They want her to be an actress or a model, you know.
Oh yeah, she's Mugi basically.
Yeah, and then they're running away from her bodyguards because they don't want her to join the anime club, quote unquote. And then they
want her to get molested as a model instead.
They're hanging out, right? They're hanging out at this laundromat because Tsubame's clothes got messed up, and they're kind of overlaying each other's drawings. And Midori's really into drawing concepts and backgrounds, you know. And
yeah,
so,
she's like the background artist.
So she's like really into the concepts and like the life of the So like her sketchbook is full of backgrounds and ships and things like that.
She's basically like an engineer. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, and Tsubame's sketchbook is full of like poses and figure drawings.
Characters.
Yeah, she's like the key animator, the character artist.
So they start overlaying each other's shit on stuff like on each other's drawings, and it goes into like this watercolor concept.
The greatest world. They get transported to their greatest world.
Yeah, and then it stays animated like that. Well, they still look the same, but like the rest of the rest of the world around them looks like watercolor with pencils. You know how a lot of those background concept drawings are made, even when Disney
kind of
did
like
it.
It's kind of like oh God, I did not get much sleep. The other Ghibli guy, Grave of the Fireflies. Other director, Ghibli, starts with an I. Isao Takahata.
Isao Takahata.
There we go. It's like the Isao Takahata movies. It kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
Mixed with like, obviously like the Miyazaki contraption style, where they're like inventing, like spaceships and water, floating. What is it? Not butterfly, moth.
Like a wasp.
Yeah, it's like a wasp. They're inventing like these crafts.
Or no, a dragonfly. The first craft they draw
dragonfly.
is like a dragonfly. Yeah.
And that's like paying homage to Ghibli.
Giblets.
And other anime too,
I don't know, this even like it just kind of took me back to the times when like I was making comic books when I was like 10 or 11, and I would like staple them together, and a couple of the pages at the end I would like the last 5 pages or 10 pages, I would put like a little thing in the corner, so if you flipped it, it would be like a little animation, And I got really into that for a while. I was doing I would take like whole flip books like sticky notes, and make like little animations with that somehow. I don't know how I did it. I must have been a pro. I don't know. But like it really kind of took me back to that shit. And now I wish I was like better at animation. Like I
childlike wonder.
Yeah, seriously, like it's fucking amazing. Like I love that shit. It's really
and
good.
it's a really like positive show for the most part, which is pretty refreshing. They're not going like Mario Kata or going full drama on that shit. It's just like them trying to build their anime, and it's really cool. It shows like but at the same time, like while Midori and Tsubame are like caught up in the actual art, all the money making endeavors are handled by Kanamori, which is why she's best girl, because she basically like strong arms the teacher into letting them have the anime club, or they have to call it the film club, but she's like, anime is film too. Don't make me go to the PTA.
Yeah.
And she's like, don't worry guys, I'll solve this through money or violence. Best quote of the year. So good.
Yeah, so
but yeah, she kind of brings them down back to earth, where it's like you got to handle the real world at the same time as the greatest world.
Yeah, Kanamori's like the producer.
Yeah, she's basically the producer.
But she's like kind of good at thinking up of stuff, like for them to have access to things, like because they got the club made, they got a space, and then they have to fix it up and shit. But like, no, it's really cool.
she handles all the logistics and all that, and it's great. It kind of reminds me of Millennium Actress a little bit, where they're going back and forth between the real world and like the imagination. Yeah, it's not quite to that, like they're not making cuts as fast as it, but it's similar. So fucking awesome show, dude. This show, insert that Randy Savage clip here.
Comparatively speaking, you are like a grain of sand in the Sahara Desert. Yeah, and I am the entire desert. And the new Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. Don't bet against me.
Great show.
Dude, it is really good. You can find it on Funimation or Hulu. Or no, Crunchy or VRV. Sorry. Crunchy or VRV.
Thanks, Randy Savage.
This next show, Jibaku Shonen Hanako-kun, Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. This show is really sick.
Every time I mention this to people, they're all like, toilet bound?
It's Moaning Myrtle.
Yeah.
Everyone just starts laughing at the title.
Studio Lurch. Okay. They did Assassination Classroom, Danganronpa, Monster Musume. At Kamome Academy, rumors behind the School 7 mysteries, one of which is Hanako-san, said to occupy the third stall of the third-floor girls' bathroom in the old school building, and Hanako-san grants any wish when summoned. Nene Yashiro, an occult-loving high school girl who dreams of romance, ventures into this haunted bathroom, but the Hanako-san she meets there is nothing like she imagined. Kamome Academy's Hanako-san is a boy. Gasp. Man, I gotta find out the animator, not the animator, but like the fucking character designer. Mayuka Ito. Man, I don't know what it is about like the aesthetic or the design of this show. The animation's okay. It's not like amazing.
It's a slideshow. It's by the same guy who made Scum's Wish.
But like
Ando.
But like the design and the aesthetic of the whole thing is, so it's a paranormal show, right? So Kamome Academy has these 7 mysteries or 7 wonders, whatever, and each one is like a rumor kind of, and it turns out that most of these mysteries are true, and they have to live by the rumor that's being made by them, with the exception of Hanako-san. For some reason, he can avoid the rumor that he's a girl because he's actually a boy. I don't know why he can avoid that. I think he explains it in episode 3 or 4. But each episode explains a mystery. So there's the first one, which is Hanako-kun. Then there's the second one, which I believe is like the little thieves, the little wisps or whatever. They steal the little steel things. And then the third one is the Masaki stairs. But what's cool about it is because of Nene's wish in the first one, in the first episode where she wants someone to fall in love with her. She finds that Hanako-kun has these fish scales, and she eats one because you're supposed to eat one and give the other person you love the other one, and then they fall in love. But she decided not to give it to him the last minute, so she just turned into a fish. And Hanako-kun turns her back and says, okay, you got to give me something in return. Because you can't just wish for something and he grants it. You got to wish for something, and then you got to give him something in exchange. So in exchange, Nene now is Hanako-kun's assistant throughout the school and looking over the 7 mysteries of the school. And so, like, they explore each mystery throughout the show. It's 12 episodes, right? So some of these episodes are 2-parters. But what's cool about it is, like, at the end of every episode, there's, like, this person speaking into a microphone. It's supposed to be, like, a radio DJ or something. And they're like, oh, but have you heard of the Masaki Stairs? And then the next episode is going to be, like, the Masaki Stairs or whatever. And it's, like, it's really, it's kind of a paranormal show. And it's kind of funny. It's also kind of, like, I don't know if you would say, like, not serious, but there's, like, some, like, adult themes. Like, obviously Hanako-kun was a boy who died, right? And he's got, like, this ability to pull out this knife out of his chest, which means because that's his main weapon, and that means, like, he must have died with it or done something, right? And I don't know, like, as you kind of, even as the episodes go on, like, as they go through each mystery, more about Hanako-kun is, like, revealed, you know, about where he came from and who he was before. And I don't know, I think it's really cute. I think the character design is really cute. The art style is really cute. Nene's design is, like, the cutest fucking thing in the world. Like, she dresses, like, in that goth Lolita Harajuku style, and she's got, like, a little skull brooch on her ribbon thing.
Just
Like,
uniform,
yeah. It's the fucking cutest thing. Like, the little emo kid in me is like, oh my god, I love this. Like, I'm that fucking goth kid who would watch one episode of this, say I watched the whole thing, and then plaster pictures all over my locker. Have you guys heard of this show? It's really good. I've seen all of it.
Honestly, same.
Like,
You would go to Hot Topic and, like, get all the merch that you can.
yeah, yeah. Like, act like I've seen the whole thing, but I haven't. You know, just like,
Yeah.
it's the greatest show ever. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know about it.
7.77 on Mal.
Which is funny because it's
Too bad I'm still dropping it.
Nick, why you gotta be...
I don't know. I just don't like this kind of show. I don't like
for?
the occult. It's too occult for my taste.
It's too occult.
Not quite my tempo. Insert the whiplash thing there, Sam.
No.
You're going to be inserting a lot today, Sam.
Nope,
okay?
not doing
That's
that.
What she said.
That's for sure. You can go to hell. Nope.
Insert the J.K. Simmons quote. We need it.
No,
All right.
dude, I'm not going to do
Yeah.
that.
You know what? I know there's a lot of people who like it. It's a good show for what it is. Not quite my tempo.
What about you, Danny?
I'm gonna give it a couple more episodes. I do like it. The first episode really drew me in. But I don't know. It definitely has some flaws. So I don't know. I did thought it was really funny that when Nene went to Hanako and asked, like, help me find love, and he whips out a freaking self-help book, like, here you go, this is all I can do, I can't make people fall in love. He's like Genie from Aladdin.
Yeah, he's like, hands her a book, like, how to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a how-to book.
Yeah. How to fall in love for dummies, huh? That's like... Thank you.
Step 1, be attractive.
Be
Step
attractive.
2, don't be unattractive. That's all you need.
Step 3, don't be a Nick.
Oh!
Step 4, if you're a Nick, be really rich.
Damn, Nick, following up with a self-burn. Shit. No, yeah, I like this show. I'm going to watch it for sure. I like it. I'm curious to know what the other mysteries are and how Nene is gonna go about that with Hanako. This next show, a lot of people in Discord seem to like it. Well, I don't know. I know Zayla likes it, but RikeKoi no ni Ochitan no Dishomi Shitamita. Science fell in love.
No. Sam, you gotta say it.
No.
Do the
you gotta
roar.
say it right. You gotta say it right.
What do you mean? Science fell in love, so I tried to prove it.
No.
No, Sam, say it. Say it right.
I like how
In the
Danny's
glorious
like, nah,
language
nah,
of Nippon.
Nippon.
Say it in the glorious language.
RikeKoi no Ichita no Debeshimo Shitamita.
There you go.
You know, it's fucking like the Yakuza, like a Yakuza guy. Yeah.
So this show is up my alley
pompadour
right here.
haircut.
Let's skip this one. This is a dumb
Because
show.
this show has the
Oh,
moe
this
gap.
is
You know, you got
not
you got the
good.
deadpan lolly who's actually older than them. You got these two autistic science types who are both like model level attractive, but somehow they don't realize it. And you know, they're trying to quantify an abstract concept for no reason. It's pointless. The plot is inane and unnecessary, and I like it because it has a lolly in it, and she's not really a lolly though. She's really smart. She plays a lot of video games, and you know, it's funny because they
And
do.
she's a lolly.
There's yeah, and all the characters are a little bit pathetic. It's great.
You know what pisses me off is Nico's always giving me shit like, "Oh, Sam likes Catface Johnsons. Oh, that means it's a 10 out of 10 show because there's a cat in one episode." But then you have Nick, who's like, "Oh, there's a little girl. Love it. 10 out of 10." Fuck off.
Dude, it's
Oh,
It's
School
fucking
Days,
funny,
10
that's
out of
why.
10.
Okay, now that is a great drama. First of all, Danny. Second of all, let's try to stick to the seasonal. Look, this is a fun show because they teach you about math and stuff.
Yeah, so
little
basically the it's Studio 0G, okay? And then the main character Ayame is who's really hot, by the way.
Yeah, they all are.
Admits to the other scientist or mathematician Shinya, who's also a really hot guy. He's a hot guy. She admits her feelings for him, and he's like, "Okay, I think you're fine as fuck, and I want to bang you and marry you one day." And then she goes, "Okay, let's prove it with science, bitch." So that's basically the plot of the show. Like somebody said in Discord, or Danny said it when we recorded the other day, that it's like Kaguya-sama except with science and not like a game or whatever, which kind of like it makes sense, I suppose. It's kind of cute.
And
I think I said
ironically,
that.
It's kind of cute. Like in the first episode, they try and like read romance manga, and they're like, "Okay, so let's attach Ayame to a heart monitor, and I'm gonna put her up against the wall with
The
my arm
walls.
over her."
the wall slam.
Yeah, the
Gotta
wall
do that
slam.
Kabidan, dude.
And then they try the experiment like a bunch
We're like,
of times.
we need a lower P score. We need to do the 60 additional trials.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's going both hands, just Yokozuna-ing that shit. Just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
sumoing the wall.
Like that part was pretty funny. Like that was.
Yeah, it's great.
I just like.
It's great. And her ponytail's twitching half the time when she's happy.
Yeah, the main
a
character
dog.
has like lavender silver hair, so she's automatically hot. But I'm just like, I don't care enough about it. I don't know. It's okay. The concept's really cool, and I think it's really cute.
No, the concept is really dumb.
Really, that's like the only thing I think it's got going for it is the comedy.
What do you mean? Well, yeah, if it was a short, if they did like 3 episodes, because what else are you gonna do with it? I guess you could do a
No,
little
that's
more, but-
exactly what I mean. Like I don't care enough. Like you know what I mean. Like I would watch. I did the 3 episode rule, and I'm like, okay, like whatever, I'm done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'll give it a few more episodes. We'll see if it starts to get really old and falls into the one joke bad place. Then I'll drop it. But you know,
we don't need to be a one note pacho. You know.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What about you, Danny? You gonna watch this one?
Probably not. I'm gonna drop it. It's like it's funny, but it really doesn't catch my attention too much.
Zayla's gonna get mad at
Yeah.
us.
I mean, I personally like what was that?
Wotakoi?
That one.
Wotakoi.
Well, yeah, Wotakoi.
That
Love
one
is
they
hard-
were
love
even
is
better
hard
looking, if
for
that's
an otaku.
possible.
I did like that.
That
one a
show
lot
was
more.
fucking ridiculous because the guy, it was like the best looking guy I've ever seen. And he's like, I'm just a generic office worker. Meh. Let me play my Game Boy. Dude, his girlfriend was reaching. She had no chance with him. Okay?
Nick with the hot takes this episode. God.
Yeah.
And he complimented a guy.
Yeah, gee. Oh, Nick.
He was like
Wow.
Jimmy Garoppolo levels, basically.
Garoppolo? Gene Garoppolo?
He was Garopolian, if you will.
I thought it was Garofalo.
I think that's somebody else.
Gene, wait,
Anyway.
what is it? Gene Garofalo or Mark Ruffalo?
I can make a comment as a straight... I can make a comment. Jeez. Objectively, I notice aesthetics.
We now
Okay.
return to
We now return
new
to the
show
seasonal...
starting
new show that
Gene
people care
Garofalo
about.
and Mark Ruffalo in Garofalo
In Garfield's Day Off.
on Garfield's Day.
Zach
Anyway.
Galifianakis stars in the new anime Dorohedoro,
Dude,
which we're talking about now.
this show. Studio Mappa.
Studio Mappa. Jinx.
Same animators who did Ninja Batman, by the way.
They did a lot of stuff. They did like Shingeki no Bahamut, Zanki no Terror, Kakigurui, Yuri on Ice, Inuyashiki, Dororo.
Best or based on the manga by Kyu Hayashida. And this is, I can't really, okay, so like without it, like talking a whole paragraph or, too long didn't read, basically
There's no plot in this.
there's not really a plot. Yeah, it just
It's just like a series of short stories, kind of.
it
Loosely connects.
It
Things
takes
connect.
place in this section of the universe where two dimensions are right next to each other. One side of the dimension is the whole, where it's like a really dilapidated, rundown city, very poor, just torn
Kind
apart.
of like Battle Angel Alita style.
And the other side of the dimension is run by black sorcerers, And
It really it reminds me of Battle Angel Alita.
kind
with
of,
that
yeah,
dynamic.
kind of.
Kinda.
Like the city is like Zalem,
the post apocalyptic.
Yeah.
or not.
You got
Zalem,
monsters and a lot of
but
violence.
Metal City, yeah. And like the sorcerers will go over to the whole side and just like kidnap people and run experiments on them, like their magic experiments on them, torture these people because they deem them as second-class citizens or not human, or they're poor and homeless and shitty, so we're just gonna kidnap them and do magic experiments on them.
Yeah, why not?
Well, someone did that
What-
on the
what are they
main
gonna do
character,
about it?
Lizard Face Johnson, Kaiman, and they turned him into a lizard man. So he's trying to figure out who turned him into a lizard man. And the only way he kind of knows how to somewhat get an answer is by sticking a sorcerer's head into his lizard mouth, and then a guy comes out from the back of the lizard throat and goes, "You are not the one." And then Kaiman has to like take him out and go, "What did the guy in the mouth say?" And so far we've gotten no answers. Obviously they'll just say, "You are not the one." But fucking Lizard Face Johnson and his homie Nikaido, best girl, or one of best girls, sorry. They go around killing people and killing sorcerers, which is fucking awesome. So then the head sorcerer guy, N, on the other side of the dimension there, is like, okay, you know what? Fuck this shit. Who's killing all my people right now? And it's fucking, dude, I don't know what to tell you. It's just Lizard Face Johnson. Just going around.
Dude, it's crazy. There's like 2 or 3 factions of groups of people and monsters. They're all people, right? But they wear masks, so they look like monsters.
Yeah, I don't know why masks are a huge thing.
I think they're all people. Yeah. Well, it's like the power of the mask somehow.
Well, when they go to that dinner, and
The sorcerers, yeah, they all have to wear a mask.
they were requested
Ebby Sue's
to remove
titties
their
hanging out.
masks.
She's like, dude, this show has like that Halloween, like Nightmare Before Christmas energy. That gritty, that grit, that grunge.
I would imagine it is kind of that way. Yeah, like
If you like that aesthetic, then watch the show.
yeah, yeah, honestly, yeah, like it's really fucking
It's very
cool.
90s grunge.
Very. And actually what Nick said about Battle Angel Alita, it does remind me of like the Metal City in there, and it reminds me of Neo Tokyo. Like it's very run down. The whole
Yeah.
part anyway. It's very dilapidated, shitty. Your water and your tap water in your sink is probably a little brown, okay? A little downtown brown.
Downtown Brown.
Shout out to the band Downtown Brown. I don't know if they're around anymore, but no, like, and oh man, yeah, and then it is kind of like that hyper adults like fucking gore shit, like right away in the beginning of the first episode.
It's very violent.
Yeah,
very, very violent.
Kaiman slices up a dude in 20 pieces with a knife, with like a hunting knife.
He rips off Ebisu's face.
Oh yeah, Nick, because
She gets healed. Okay.
because he's got her in his mouth, and then the other guy, Fujita, tries to pull her through a little dimension door, and he is trying to keep her in his mouth. So like he pulls it out, and his teeth catches on her face, and it's funny because like they go through the door, and Kaiman and Nikaido are just like, whoops, and they just like it's like not even a big deal to them.
Yeah. Well, and the author, she wrote it piecemeal. Like she basically just did the Miyazaki thing where she just kind of free flowed, and she didn't really have an outline for like the major story. She's just like, I want to string these pages together. This is a cool scene. Let's just throw this together.
Right.
So, yeah, it's kind of it has like a bunch of different stories, but I guess they loosely connect.
Right.
It's almost like a slice of life. It's almost like Nichijou, a little bit.
I guess if there is like a main plot, the main idea is Kaiman is just trying to figure out who turned him into Lizardface Johnson. And every episode is they get a new kind of clue or lead, and then they go to that part of the city and, whatever. But the manga is done. It's 23 volumes. I don't know how many volumes this show will cover. It's 12 episodes, and it's on Netflix weekly in Japan. So I don't know when we'll get it, which is sucks because that means we have to watch it other ways. But like, no, dude.
If you like ultra violence and you like shows like Kekai Sensen and Nichijou, but you also like crazy violent shit from like the 80s, then watch this.
Also, if you want to see like
titties
and Lizardface Johnson and Ventricle Face Johnson and
gyozas
and Skull Face
and
Johnson
heart-faced guy and the kid with the nose
and Turkey Face Johnson.
Turkey Face Johnson, that's right.
You want to see somebody cooking in the OP?
Yeah, it's like the best. Like in fucking a big chunk of that OP is Nikaido chopping up the meat for gyozas. Like, so amazing. Anyway, really love Dorohedoro. Probably gonna watch the rest of this. I think we all are. I think most people in our Discord actually are.
It's
too.
not
like,
for everybody though. It's not for everybody.
Definitely
Some people are
not.
gonna hate it.
Definitely not.
So,
yeah, some people are like, "What the fuck
if
is
you need
this?"
if you need a solid plot that makes a lot of sense, then don't watch it.
Right, yeah. Which, like, yeah. So it's probably, if it does really well, which I think it's going to get more seasons and shit.
I don't know. I think it's a little too weird for it to be super mainstream.
Nick, why don't you just stop being a classist asshole? How about that?
Dude, I would be a great producer.
Nick, what do you think if we
Nick,
put...
what do you think of this scene right here?
It's okay.
What do you think if we put this...
It's like that Larry David.
Yeah, Larry
gif.
David. Dude, I am Larry David, except I don't actually speak out like he does.
Yeah.
The whole point of that show is just him like making awkward moments, just calling people out on shit. He's like, "Wow, this water's awful."
Yeah.
At a dinner party. Have you guys ever had water this bad? Oh, gross.
And he continues on taking a sip.
Oh,
I need
man.
to watch that show.
Anyway, watch Dorohedoro. Okay, do it.
Watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, too.
Yeah, watch that, too. Moving on. Nekopara, this show sucks. Okay, moving on to the next one. All right.
Moving on.
Just kidding. Nekopara is by Felix Films, 12 episodes.
Gross.
There's no plot to this, okay? It's just cat
Oh, it's
face.
trash, dude. It's great.
It's just cat girls. The first episode, they open
We're
a
gonna
bakery.
throw your toys in the trash,
They-
little kid.
They open a bakery, and it's basically a fucking...
It's like Gochi Usa, but with cat girls that technically in the video game you can bang them, I think.
Yeah, it's based on a visual novel, and it's more adult. Yeah. But, like... The plot of this is, I mean, this is basically just a pervert's, dream.
A
Okay,
pervert's fantasy.
it's cat girls in maid outfits serving sweets. And I'm not gonna say your girl's gonna be honest. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not saying I'm not turned on by it. I'm just saying I'm gonna move on.
I don't know. The anatomy
you
isn't
might,
quite.
you might be a little bit.
The anatomy is a little bit off for it to work for me like that. You know, it's gotta be like top quality shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me consult my hentai directory so I can find my favorite doujin artists. It's gotta be like that. Okay. They gotta look like doll people.
My directory, he said.
Yeah. Dude, I actually have like a spreadsheet of like favorite artists for that. It's funny.
Hey, you're just keeping track of your favorite artists. That's
Dude, I'm just keeping track. It's fine.
Just keeping track, dude. No,
For
but
science. I'm something of a scientist myself.
I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
We need to add that clip in here, dude.
God.
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
Dude, seriously, it's fucking funny.
Fucking Coconut's best girl though. That's all I gotta say.
Coconuts, dude. That's the guy from not Don Machi. Don Machi, right?
I don't know what you're talking
Candy
about.
shop. The candy shop.
I'm talking about Nekopara right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Don Machi is something different. Anyway,
Coconut and Cinnamon, best girls.
that's that's Dungeons. Dude, no, vanilla. Vanilla and chocolate are the best.
Yeah, you know why yours is vanilla, Nick? Because you're a basic bitch.
Yeah, I am a basic bitch.
You like everything vanilla.
I like Demon Slayer. I like Starbucks. Okay, actually, I don't really drink Starbucks, but you know, I probably would like.
You're
it.
so much of a vanilla basic bitch that even missionary position is too like
My favorite
freaky.
My
for
favorite
You.
my favorite hero is Superman
He said
boy.
because he's super.
Nick, you eat McDonald's fries and they're spicy to you.
No.
Yeah.
Saltine crackers with salt on them is too spicy for him.
I need to settle my stomach.
The Ritz
Very
reduced fat
delicate.
are too salty, too spicy for you.
There's a diet for that. It's like the bread diet or something. I forgot what it's called.
An all carb diet.
No, it's the brat diet. It's like
Will you just eat brats all the time?
no. You eat it's bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. Okay, that's what you do when you're sick.
You mean the brat, not brat?
I call it a brat.
All right, let's move on. This show
Brat.
sucks.
I guess it makes more sense to call it the brat diet because it's like a little kid has to eat that shit when they're about to throw
Listen,
up.
Nekopara.
Dude, ginger tea. Drink that too. That'll help.
Okay, so Nekopara is just cat girls
And
in maid
also
outfits.
throwing up will help a little
It's
bit.
perfect
It's
if you just
dumb.
want to put in the background and see some hot girls in maid outfits. That's it.
Dude, it's
And jerk
the
off.
best part is
Like Nick.
the best part is when they like move their fingers like Kazuma style. They're like, "I'm gonna pet you." We can't leave the house unless Master gives us permission.
God.
I earned my
Jesus.
bell.
Oh my God.
Oh,
All right.
This show is awful.
Infinite.
I changed my Discord name, by the way.
Yeah,
since
to
I dropped
Nekopara,
Hanako-kun. I changed it to Nekopara, which is honestly it's a better one anyway.
All right.
Nekopara, dude.
Nick with the hot
Classic.
takes. Okay, here we go. Infinite Dendrogram.
That's Nick's solo show for the Patreons.
Yeah, solo as in he also solos it because he
Oh yeah, don't watch that in
Oh.
public.
don't watch it in public. Infinite Dendrogram, Studio Nas. I need more Nas. Fast and Furious, Vin Diesel, Paul Walker. I need more Nas.
but time.
They also did ID Invaded, which is also one that's airing this season, which we'll cover on the next First Impressions part. But
That sounds like a generic Netflix show that will be forgotten.
will be forgotten. You can
I don't know if
find,
it's on
by the way,
Netflix.
you can find Nekopara on Funimation. You can find Infinite Dendrogram on Funimation and Hulu.
Are you sure you can find it on Funimation? You know they're ditching a lot of their shows nowadays.
God, Funimation's so stupid. They're
We'll
stupid.
talk about that next week.
Yeah, seriously, they're dumb. Anyway, in the year 2043, Infinite Dendrogram, the world's first successful full dive VR MMO, was released. Finally, a couple years after release, Reiji Mukadori is finally able to buy a copy and start playing the game. With some help from his experienced older brother Shu and his partner Embryo, Reiji embarks on an adventure into the world of Infinite Dendrogram. So here's my quick thing on this, okay? I think this is really cool for two reasons. Or no, okay, no, that's the bad way to start it. This is cool and bad at the same time. Here's the cool part. The cool part is it's not like an isekai. It's just a game. Like, there's nothing. He's not trapped. There's no catch. You know, like, there's not any. It's just a guy playing the game. That's it. You know what I mean? It's not like
but it's also low key.
It's not like the one we talked about earlier, Darwin's Game. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a guy. He puts on the VR headset and he lays in his bed and he plays the game. The bad news about that is that's all it is. Like, there's not really. So it kind of like there's not really a high stake thing to threaten the character and motivate the character as much as you think there would be. And so, like, the only way that this show is going to carry properly is the characters themselves. You know what I mean? So, the cool thing about it is kind of like the things that happen in the game, they stay like that. So, like, if an NPC dies, that NPC is dead forever. Like, they're dead. Unless there's some kind of, like, revival spell or something that you can do in-game to bring them back, they're dead. The devs aren't going to bring them back. You know, if I go in there and destroy a whole, like, half a city, that half a city is destroyed. Unless the NPCs or other players rebuild it. Like, but it's just gone. Like, there's no redo. So everything is permanent in the game. And that's kind of the cool thing about it, I guess. So, like, that kind of is what motivates him in the beginning, you know? Which, in a way, I can kind of relate to, right? Because, like, I've never played... I know most MMOs are like that, but, like, at least, you know, WoW is like that, right? Because, like, the world changes in WoW, and it stays like that. Mm-hmm. But, like, I remember playing Valkyria Chronicles, the first one, and if one of your comrades die in a mission, they stay dead. So, like, the only way to get them back is, like, resetting your game and starting from where you last saved. You can't get them back. Like, if they die in a mission, they're dead for the rest of the game, which is like that shit's real, right? Because, like, I got attached to some of them, you know, which I didn't know. Okay, it was my first time playing. God damn it, fuck you. But that's kind of like, I can kind of see it that way. Other than that, there's not really any stake for, like, the characters to, like, get.
Dude, I forgot what even happened. It's been 2 days and I've already forgotten.
Yeah, it's kind of forgettable, right? Because, like, yeah, like, so basically an NPC, he accepts a level 5 quest in the beginning, which is helping an NPC character, and they have really heightened AIs. Like, you know, like, he thought the NPC character was another player. But anyway, when he was told that NPCs die permanently, that's kind of what motivated him, because he was like, damn, she seems so nice, I don't want her to die, shit. So he goes and saves her, and it's whatever. But yeah, no, I don't. So, like, they did also explain, well, what happens if you die in the game? Well, if you die in the game, you get locked out of your account for 24 hours. The problem with that is that 24 hours in real life is 72 hours in the game. So if Danny's in the middle,
3 whole days.
Well, here's why that's bad, though. And if you've played games like Ark or Rust, you'll understand why. If Danny dies in the middle of a quest, like in the middle of a forest,
you mean when?
Yeah, because Danny sucks.
Hey, now.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Hey.
And me and Nick are in a party, and we happen to walk through the forest and see Danny's dead body.
Bullying Danny.
We're just gonna steal all her shit.
Yeah. Danny's the red shirt.
The red shirt. I don't want to be the red shirt.
I don't want to be the red shirt. But yeah, that's similar to like an Ark. Me and my brother Sudi, we would literally go find people who were sleeping in, like, their houses, and we would kill them and take all their shit.
Oh,
You
yeah.
fucking assholes.
Actually, even better, we would break in their house, steal all their shit, then we would build a cage and put them in the cage. So the next time they logged in and woke up, they would wake up.
That sounds like the dumbest game ever, dude. You'll never be able to keep anything. 'Cause what if you have to sleep sometime?
Well, if you built your base up good enough and it was impossible to get in, then it didn't matter. But, like, for people who built, like, little crappy shitty huts, you know, we would just go in there and break. It would take a lot of resources and tools to break in, but we did it. So, like,
dude, maybe they shouldn't have been dressing like that.
And then,
you know?
okay, wow, you're gonna get fucking punched in the face.
I know, dude. You're victim blaming them, Sam.
Everyone's
maybe
naked.
If they had better huts.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I kind of did victim blame.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a video game though. Who cares? You know?
But like we would throw them in cages, and then we would throw the cage in the middle of a pit full of like T-Rexes. So they would wake
Nice.
they would wake up to a bunch of T-Rexes trying to get into the cage, and yeah. So even if they broke out of it somehow, they would get eaten and die. It was funny. But yeah, that's basically how Infinite Dendrogram works. So like, you know, your body is just sitting there for 72 hours until you log back in. And it's like, okay, well, you're just laying here dead. I'm going to steal all your shit.
They're gonna
Fuck
draw
you.
on your face with marker and
You're
stuff.
going to draw a big old penis right on your forehead. Anyway,
Yeah,
I'm probably going to
great,
drop
great
this
show.
one.
10 out of 10.
Like, it was.
It has
it's-
Bareface Johnson.
There's Bareface Johnson. That makes it a 10 out of 10 show, actually.
I'm watching it on 2 times speed right now, muted.
Muted.
Muted?
I'm trying to jog my memory.
Danny, you going to watch this one? No?
Nope.
Yeah, Danny's not into it. She's
I'd
not
rather
into it.
watch this than Toilet Bound.
I'd rather watch Toilet Bound.
Wow.
I just really hate the concept of Toilet Bound. And
You are such a bitch out here, dude.
I hate that concept so much, dude.
You are such a fart.
I'd rather watch Plunderer than Toilet Bound and Hanako-kun.
You're kidding me, right?
Oh my god.
Come on.
Shots fired.
It's okay, Sam. I much rather watch Toilet Bound than
Yeah, because you have good
or
taste.
whatever it's called.
You can't bully me. I'm already the lowest of the low.
All right, let's move on. Infinite Dendrogram is okay. You can watch it on Hulu. I think it's cool that they tried not to do something like super catchy or stupid, like overly cautious hero or whatever, you know.
Wow, way to bring that up again, Sam.
Well, because I'm sick of the isekais, and I'm sick of them always trying to throw some
Cautious
weird,
Hero was pretty funny. Okay?
some dumb weird twist on it just to make it interesting. It's like, here's a
The
guy,
girl in Dendrogram's pretty hot, though. You got to admit that. What's her name? Purple hair chick?
the embryo, his embryo thing.
Oh, embryo, lol.
Shut up. But fucking
Embryo emoji.
Yeah. Anyway, moving
Yeah.
on.
What are we watching now? What are we talking about now?
Funimation, Hulu, and High Dive and VRV is where you can find this. This is Sorcerous, Stabber, Orphen.
Oh, this is the 90s remake, right?
It's a remake of a 90s anime, yeah.
That was like really, it's like shitty.
Okay, it wasn't shitty. Okay, hold on.
I mean, this one is shitty, is what I'm saying.
This one's not shitty.
This one's kind of poopy.
What are you
Well,
talking
couple
about?
Couple of
It's-
skid marks at least. Couple of skid marks at least, right?
Okay, anyway, it's a remake of a 90s anime. It's like late 90s it came out. I think it was like, well, I guess you'd consider it fall 98 is when it premiered. But it's about this fantasy. It takes place in this fantasy world, and there's this sorceress school called the Tower of Fang, and they take in orphans and shit. And one day the main character Krylin Salo walks in on his best friend Ozzy performing this like ritual spell on this sword called the Sword of Beldanders with their master, their mentor, Childman. And she turns into like this fucking demon dragon thing, and she flies away. And so the Tower of Fang is like out to kill her, and he's like, "No, that's my best friend. Fuck you. Like, I'm gonna leave the tower. I'm gonna leave the Tower of Fang, and I'll become my own sorcerer, and I'll save her."
I'll become the most powerfulest.
And they're trying to kill her because like if people find out that she was originally a sorcerer from the Tower of Fang, it would ruin the school and reputation. Because the whole point of becoming a sorcerer at the Tower of Fang is to make sure that magic doesn't go unchecked, right? But then there's this kind of dilemma of like, well, what if we go unchecked? Then who stops us? Who watches the Watchmen?
The Watchmen?
Yeah.
Jinx.
Jinx, you owe me a soda, you bitch. I'll take a sun.
This sounds pretty bad.
I'll take a Sunkist. No, it's awesome because
I
like
watched the first 3 episodes, and I don't like the concept.
here's why
I'm
you're
turning into a premise bitch.
Here's why you're a bitch. Because you don't know anything. Okay?
It reminds me of Garzy's Wing, but it's not as memeable.
Here's the thing, too. Like, I don't know if they meant to do this on purpose or if they're doing it more closer to the manga or what. Because the manga came out like in 93 or something. 94. So it's like a 90s anime, right? It actually kind of like the way it paces and the way that the comic relief is added in and the way that the characters are introduced, it almost like seems like a 90s anime, which it like I'm watching it in 2020.
Yeah.
It's the 2020 version, but like it seems like how an anime would be written and paced in the 90s. Definitely. Like it's like they didn't try and update that part of it at all. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm only gonna watch it for nostalgic reasons because I watched some of the original and I used to love it, even though I didn't really finish it. I have the PS2 game also, which is a pretty fun game. But like, nah, like I don't know. I want it to be good, and obviously it has a 7.25 on Mal because probably that score is probably due to just purely like nostalgic people who watched the original, you know. But I don't know. It if it's not written any like if you're not gonna update the way you write it, then it's not gonna be good. You know, like I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like it just seems like it's very 90s. And actually Nate in our Discord said that as well. He was like, nah, like the way they say it is very like, you know. We already know Nick's not gonna watch it because he doesn't have taste. But like, what about you, Danny?
I don't know. I watched like the first episode and it was kind of boring, and I was pretty hype about it because I remember watching a couple episodes of the original Orphen on TV. I think like either MTV or like Fuse. At some point they were showing anime and stuff like that. So and it just so happened to be on there. So but I don't know. The animation looks a little bit weird for me. So I'm not really a fan of the character design and like how Orphen looks.
Yeah, like the animation's okay. You could tell that there was some parts they worked on more than.
Yeah,
it looks almost out of place here and there.
Yeah, just a little bit, and like freaking Orphan's head looks oddly shaped.
Yeah, kind of like, and if you look at some like the original clips from the 90s one, it's kind of like that as well. It's very pointy. Like some of the character designs, like the head shapes are very pointy and very.
Yeah, but I mean that fits the aesthetic and the time.
Okay, well, whose side are you on?
Orphan's side.
You're like I don't really like dark chocolate. And I'm like, yeah, I know what you mean. You're like, but it's good. Okay, well, what do you want?
Dark chocolate is good.
No, yeah, dark chocolate was I like dark chocolate. But yeah, no, I would say
I might get. I only watched one episode, if I'm being honest, and I wasn't really too thrilled with it. So I might give it another chance.
I would say this one, definitely give it the 3-ep rule, and if not, then move on. But definitely for this one, just because of what it's based on and how they're doing shit, just give it the 3-episode rule if you can. You know, other than that, I would say move on if you're not into it. But you know, we all know Nick doesn't like anything, so
Nick hates everything.
Not enough lollies.
Except for lollies.
Not enough lollies. God. Okay. Well, that was really fun doing that all over again. I hate my life.
Danny, are you recording?
Yes, I'm recording.
Oh, wait, really quick. We can do this really quick. So I think we already pretty much talked about what we liked and what we're dropping. So we don't need to go over that. But what's your favorite OPs
again,
and EDs?
Eizouken is light years ahead of everything else this season. It's not even close. If you have one show to watch Eizouken. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, I agree with that, yeah. But what's your favorite OP and EDs?
Oh, favorite OP. I'm just gonna go. Okay, my favorite is reading the wrong list. Look, what do you guys think? Listeners, take a guess. It's Nekopara, obviously. Okay, you got the little lollies singing.
Dumb.
The most technically best one is the Eizouken OP, but come on, shiny happy days.
Okay,
I want to feel shiny and happy. Night surfing, Dorohedoro. That's of this list. I feel like there's going to be a better one in the next. This batch didn't have a lot of great EDs, so. But that was the closest one that I would consider pretty decent.
Agreed.
Okay. And mine, my favorite OP was "Welcome to Chaos" by
That
No
one's a
Name
good
from
one.
Dorohedoro. Well, no, hold on a second. I had a better one, didn't I? I had a better OP.
No, that's
that
the
I
OP
liked better.
that you would like. What do you mean?
There was another
that's
OP
like
that I liked
Somcore as
better.
fuck.
There was another OP I liked, or not better, but like almost. I liked the song in it. Anyway, no, the opening to Dorohedoro is awesome. The animation's really cool. It's really wacky. It's fucking. You got Nakaido cooking gyoza for like a big part of it, because like that's Kaiman's favorite food. She runs a restaurant. We forgot to say that, but she runs a restaurant called the Hungry Bug, and she makes like Chinese food. It's fucking awesome. My favorite ED is Namai no Nai Ao by Kami-sama from Eizouken, which like I really like the song. I really like the OP of that one too. Really good, really good. But yeah, what about you, Danny?
Easy Breezy from Eizouken.
Yeah.
I just love the animation for that OP. I do like Dorohedoro's OP as well, but there's just something about the OP for Eizouken. It's just so fun to watch.
Notice
and
a
it's so
pattern. All
enjoyable.
the Eizouken and Dorohedoro are the only shows that have good OPs and EDs in this batch.
I do like the OP.
And Nekopara.
I do like the opening song to Hanako-kun. I just, I like the song.
Oh, yeah.
Which is by number
I
7
blanked that
by
one out of my
Jibaku
memory,
Shonen.
you know?
What was your favorite ED?
ED is same as Nick's night surfing in Dorohedoro.
Nice one.
So, nice.
Okay, well, I'm really sorry that this episode was late. I just want to give a big fuck you to the universe and to Smokey for not making sure Danny's equipment was in check when she recorded last time.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's Smokey's. He was supposed to.
Yeah, Smokey's the
Oh,
producer.
Okay. Smokey is the producer.
You fucking
I
bitch!
should have been checking.
You're fired!
Don't yell at Smokey. He didn't do
I'm sick of this
anything.
cat. I'm sick of these cats. All they do is poop and
Tuna?
meow in my house.
They gotta start contributing to the bills.
I told Smokey to get a job today. You know what he said? He said, no. I was like, okay, well, told me. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening every week. Next week is part 2, and we will have that on time for you this time. Fucking Nick. And it'll be great. Okay?
What did I do?
Shut up! Fucking bitch. My name is
Hey,
Tom.
that's my line.
Oh, Danny, well, tell him.
Nick, you're a fucking bitch.
Okay. I'm Sam.
We need to make that a drop.
That's Danny.
Well, the original one where she says, fucking bitch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Somebody find that, please. Because
Yeah.
there was an episode we did recently, and I thought I used it as the intro. But it goes like this. Nick was bullying Danny like he always does. And he laughed. He was like, he's like, I'm just giving you a hard time, Danny. And then she goes, you're always giving me a hard time,
You
you
always
fucking
give me a
bitch.
hard time, you fucking bitch.
But she like mumbled it, like said it under her breath, like she angry grumbled it, If you remember what episode that is, guys,
you
please
find that.
It was like within the
you'll get
last
a
few
reward.
months or so. And I can't remember what fucking episode it is. God damn it. So if you find that clip or you listen to it recently, let me know, please, and thank you. Okay. I'm Sam. That's Danny. That's Nick. That's Smokey. And this has been the Anime Summit podcast. Again. Fuck. God!
Comparatively speaking, you are like a grain of sand in the Sahara Desert. Yeah, and I am the entire desert. And the new Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. Don't bet against me.